Hello, my name is Casey Zamora. I was part of the 2023-2024 A-day Practicum class, and I'm going to tell you about my experiences through this class, some things I learned, and what I really appreciate that I got out of this class. So I had the opportunity to shadow at Christie Physical Therapy the whole year, which I had a really good time with. I was really lucky that they let me stay, just because it helped me really solidify what I wanted to do with my life, and I'm just really grateful. So I got to work with all the therapists there, with Cole, Nick, and their PTA, Karen, who are all amazing people, have all helped me learn so much and grow, and they're just all around amazing people. So I was already familiar with this clinic because unfortunately I had a knee injury. So Nick was my therapist, and I also occasionally saw Cole. Both were super helpful in my recovery, and they're really great, and I just really appreciate the work they've done for me. So some of the really cool things I learned about were cupping, exercises, some of the good equipment that they use, some of the most used equipment, like Graston tools are really cool, TheraBands, which are resistance bands, and my favorite that I encountered was stri needling, which is acupuncture needles poked into tense muscles or muscle knots to help relieve some of the tension, which is really cool because when the tension is released out of a muscle knot, the muscle contracts and then lets go, which you can see sometimes, which is really cool. I was really lucky at how willing everyone was to let me help out around the clinic. I did laundry, which was weirdly one of my favorite side tasks. I helped take payment from patients. I learned how to use WebPT and do scheduling for patients. I worked in the office a little bit, which I thought was really cool, and it also gave me a good look at the backside of a clinic instead of just the medical physical therapy portion of it. Something that I thought was super interesting is how different the PTs are. Like Cole, on one hand, used a lot of massage therapy, stretching, just more manual therapy, whereas Nick used more bands. If he was going to do manual therapy, he did cupping or needling, which was really cool. Both Cole and Nick did needling, but I saw Nick do it more. The one thing that I will say was like super duper, not enforced, but repeated was if you have a question about something or an injury happens, the way you fix it was always it depends. So there are a lot of factors that change. So everything depends on what's going on. You can't just say my knee hurts, how do I fix it? It depends. Some of the coolest things I saw while working at the clinic, I definitely saw a lot of knee replacements, which I think were cool. Never saw any open wounds, thankfully, because I'm too squeamish for that. But the only thing that I really saw that was like kind of gross were knee replacement scars, just on people's knees. But that's not super gross because it's not open wounds. And normally we saw knee replacements. Not really saw hip replacements because that was a lot of like home health. And then I never saw a shoulder replacement, but I was told never get a shoulder replacement. If you can help it, do not get a shoulder replacement because they are the worst to recover from, most painful, most likely to get complicated. Just don't get a shoulder replacement if you can help it. I also saw a lot of C-spine injuries, your cervical spine, which is the top part of your spine, which was really interesting because a lot of ways that people would fix it was cervical traction, pulling the back of the head very slightly. I made that look very aggressive. It's not that aggressive. And it helps a lot. Nick and Cole actually taught me and my mom how to do it because I get migraines. So that helped me a lot. Cervical traction actually helps a lot if you get migraines. So, yeah. Something that I thought was really interesting is how a lot of the same exercises are used for different things. So a lot of shoulder injuries, which you see a lot of rotator cuff injuries in all different ages, they all use the same exercises to try to get back to where they were. Or like knee problems. You see a lot of quad work, hamstring work, calves, because usually they're just muscle imbalances. One of my ultimate favorite things was getting to talk to the patients, hearing everyone's stories. A lot of people were told really good and funny stories. I think the youngest person we saw was like 8. At least that I saw while I was there was like 8. And then the oldest person was probably like 80 something. and you saw men, women, younger kids. I saw a few people from the school, which was a little awkward, but it was okay. I just saw people that I've seen around my neighborhood. It's just kind of cool. I just want to say that I'm really grateful for this class because it helped me decide that I am going to go into physical therapy. I'm going to Texas State to do their physical therapy track. I'm also going to try to get a psychology degree, but that's just for fun because I like psychology and I think that's what I also would like to do. I like learning how the mind and the body tie together. But I'm going to Texas State for physical therapy because a lot of the physical therapists I've talked to say Texas State is the way to go. So, go Cats. Thumbs up. And that's it. Thanks for watching my video.